Welcome everybody to Forever Motorsports. Here we have just finished the Monza Grand Prix. This is the review. Max Verstappen takes his 10th victory in a row, breaking Sebastian Vettel's record. He moves into 10 victories in a row here at Monza. Great race for him. Perez, his teammate, finishes in second. Sainz and Leclerc, although they were battling right hard at the end there, finish in third, fourth. Russell and Hamilton, 5th and 6th. Alex Albon gets 7th. Norris in 8th. Alonso 9th. And Bottas in 10th.
Red Bull Racing become the first ever team to win 15 consecutive Formula One Championship Grand Prix, as well as Max Verstappen becomes the only driver to take 10 Grand Prix victories in a row. A very, very historical day here for the Red Bulls in the home of Ferrari. Ferrari have really missed out an opportunity here today to get a double podium, with Carlos Sainz being the only Ferrari to get on the podium here today. He really had to fight for it though. Near the end, Carlos Sainz really coming under a lot of pressure from his teammate Charles Leclerc for that third place podium.
But he does hold on to it, so Charles Leclerc misses out on that podium. Sainz gets, I think it's his first podium of the season, is it not? Unless odds or second, either way. But he does very well to get onto the podium at least. Those Red Bull cars still too quick. But let's go over the race quickly. If we're honest, non-eventful race in terms of overtakes. Very few overtakes. The grid is more or less the same as it was when we saw at the end of qualifying. Though, notably, Yuki Tsunoda had to exit the race even before it began on the formation lap. Big engine issues there. Smoke from the car. He pulled off to the side and we had to have a delayed start by 20 minutes due to getting that car off the grid. Unfortunately, Yuki Tsunoda could not participate. So, we then started the race. And again, we saw exactly what happened. Max Verstappen struggled to keep up with Sainz for quite a while there, but eventually took him in about lap, I think it was 15, 16, around about there, just before they also obviously dived off into the pits. A great day for Red Bull. And Ferrari, are they going to be upset, or are they going to be, you know what, we never could compete with Red Bull today?
I think they would have been optimistic yesterday after qualifying, but I think they knew, looking at their race pace compared to Red Bull's race pace, that it was going to be a very difficult day out there today. But it wasn't given to Red Bull today. They did have a bit of a fight under their hands. So hopefully throughout the rest of the season, we should have some better racing between some of those top teams.
Yeah, it's exactly that. So let's go through our top 20 as well, just one more time. Yuki Tsunoda, of course, did not finish. Alex Albon, no. Ocon there in 19th, Magnussen in 18th, Hülkenberg in 17th. Not a great day for the Haas drivers. Gasly in 16th, Stroll in 15th, up from 19th position. He made up 5 places in the grid, which is the most out of anybody on the grid today. So Stroll actually had a quietly good race. Problem is, no points for that there. Needs to qualify better. Guan Yu Zhou in 14th. Liam Lawson in 13th. Not too bad from him. Sargent in 12th. Piastri in 11th as a result of damage from Lewis Hamilton, for which he received a 5-second penalty. That is Lewis Hamilton, of course. That finishes off our bottom 10. Our top 10, Reece, though.
Our top 10 are made out of Valtteri Bottas in P10, Fernando Alonso P9, Lando Norris in 8th, Alex Albon 7th, Lewis Hamilton in 6th, George Russell having a good day out there, finishing up in 5th, Charles Leclerc 4th, Carlos Sainz in 3rd, just being able to hold on to that position right at the end from his teammate who was really trying to steal that away from him. And then we get the double Red Bull podium of Sergio Perez in 2nd and Max Verstappen, taking his 10th victory in a row and the 15th victory in a row for Red Bull this race weekend, breaking multiple records.
Now, the only crucial thing about Piastri, the fact that he did miss out on the points in terms of coming in the top 10, he did, however, get the fastest lap of the race. So he does get that point there for the fastest lap.
No, you don't. You have to be in the top 10.
Oh, that's a good point. He doesn't. So nobody will get that. I don't know how I messed that up. But yes, so Piastri is so unfortunate to miss out on that. He had a collision with Hamilton in about, 15 laps remaining in the race. And unfortunately resulted in him getting damage to his front wing, had to come into the pits, and that really cost his race there. Hamilton received a 5-second penalty for that, but then went on to go and overtake 3 cars in those last few laps there, and managed to get 7 seconds ahead of Albon, which meant that he held on to his 6th position in the end there. So Hamilton did well in the face of some unwanted circumstances.
Ashkay just saying, good night, guys. I'm going to go cry my eyes out now. I think that's going to be all of the Ferrari fans, unfortunately, at the moment. Very disappointing for them not to be double on the podium, at least, because they had the cars in the positions to get that today. Yeah, disappointing, but nonetheless, I think a bit expected here today. Great race day for everyone out here. Yeah, thank you very much for joining alongside with us.
Yes, indeed. And our driver of the day poll, of course, came up to the end here and said, Perez got 30% of the vote. He is our driver of the day here on Forever Motorsports. Hamilton came with 27% of the votes, though. Albon 22% and Leclerc with 19%. So quite close with 500 votes there. Thank you guys so much for watching Forever Motorsports. We've really enjoyed bringing you the content. And from myself, Mark, and from Reece, of course, you've watched the Monza Grand Prix here. And like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys again. And join us for live shows this week with Reece, of course. So, cheerio.